calcium, magnesium will be there, including chloride, magnesium is also there. Sorry, chloride, sulfates will be there. Chloride and sulfates. My voice is clear, my students? Rakesh, are you able to see the screen, my students? My voice is clear. Please respond, anyone. Yes, yes. Yes, very good. I'll show the screen on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, very good. Thank you. Melvin, everyone. Okay, fine. Akash, okay. So, water contains calcium, magnesium, these things will be there. Along with chloride, next one is sulfates. So, temporary hardness you can remove by boiling. It is given. Temporary hardness is due to the presence of magnesium and calcium hydrogen carbonate. So by boiling, during boiling, you can separate to those carbonates. Even one more method is that is Clark's method. Clark's method. So this method, calculated amount of lime is added to hard water. Lime, nothing but calcium hydroxide you can add. Calcium hydroxide. You know, you studied in class 10th standard. Calcium oxide, quicklime, calcium carbonate, limestone, calcium hydroxide, slacke lime, that all things you know. So this is lime water, that is calcium hydroxide. So you can use with the help of calcium hydroxide, you can separate the hardness. Permanent hardness condition, it is due to presence of soluble salts of magnesium and calcium in the form of chlorides and sulfides in water. So permanent hardness is not removed by boiling. So it is removed by with the help of washing soda, otherwise synthetic resins, ion exchange method, Kalgan like process, those things will be there. So you know washing soda formula, sodium carbonate. Washing soda react with soluble calcium and magnesium, chlorides and sulfates in hard water to form insoluble carbonates. You can get insoluble carbonates. You can get. Yes. Next one is Kalgan process also given. Sodium hexametaphosphate, that you can say commercially called Kalgan. So we have two names. One is the common name, next one is IUPAC name. The common name condition can say generally Kalgan, like you know limestone. Or you can say calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate general name according to IUP nomenclature. So limestone is you can say common name type. Same type. Here we have Kalgan based on the method they given Kalgan. Otherwise you can say sodium hexametaphosphate. Sodium hexametaphosphate. The formula is Na6 P6O18. You can use. Otherwise you can use exchange resins. Exchange of resins will be there. Like you can replace the ions also. Okay, yes, given. This method is also called geolite process. So hydrated sodium aluminum silicates. Hydrated sodium aluminum silicates. Formula is given NaAlSiO4. So this is very very important. Many times they ask questions in entrance exam. One question confirm this chapter. Hydrogen lesson. Small lesson, easily scoring. Even redox reactions one question, like they will ask. So can be written NaZ. Z is geolite. It's nothing but geolite. So formula also given. Yet nothing but you can take aluminum silicates. AlSiO4. When this is added to water, exchange reactions take place. Just exchange. You know, displacement reactions, single displacement, double displacement, same type. So that is going to exchange the ions will be given. Next one is nowadays hot water is softened by using synthetic cation exchange. Nothing but nowadays you are using this method only, purification of water. So RO water is this method only. So nowadays hard water is softened by using synthetic cation exchange. This method is more more efficient than geolite process. Comparing with the geolite process, so synthetic resin method is very more efficient. That only they given. So it will look at here how it is. Pure demineralized and deionized water free from all soluble mineral salts is obtained by passing water successively to the cation exchange and anion exchange regions. So in this cation exchange region condition, H plus exchanges from sodium ions and calcium ions and magnesium ions. Other cations present in water. So this process results in the portion releases and thus makes water is acidic in anion exchange process. So here we have two methods. One is cation exchange, next one is anion exchange. When anion exchange condition, you can replace H plus ions. So other than any other cations will be there, those can replace, you can substitute sodium ions. Same type cation exchange also there. OH minus ions exchange for anions like fluorides, sulfates, bicarbonates, etc. present in water. OH minus ions thus liberated, neutralize the H plus ions. So in the form of cation exchange, these things will be there. So you can use the cation exchange and anion exchange instead of any unnecessary cations and anions will be there. So cation condition you use H plus ions, anion condition you use OH minus ions will be there. Okay, na? Yes. This already we discussed yesterday. So today's class we discuss about hydrogen peroxide. We discuss about hydrogen peroxide. Before going to that one, we can see the disadvantage of hard water. A degree of hardness of water also. So the number of parts of by weight of calcium carbonate present in million parts by weight of water is known as degree of hardness of water. So degree of hardness of water is expressed in terms of ppm of calcium carbonate. Then degree of hardness of water, and how much quantity will be the hardness? You can calculate with the help of this formula. 10 power 8 by weight of water in grams into weight of salt in grams by gram molecular weight of salt. This will be useful for the entrance exam. So the need you can calculate. Other one more formula is there. Number of moles of salt into 10 to the power of 8 by number of water in grams. Number of moles of salt nothing but number of moles weight by gram molecular weight only. That only weight of salt by gram molecular weight of salt. That only they give a number of moles. 10 to the power of 8 by weight of water in grams. So you can calculate. So they given questions also. 500 grams of water contains. So they given some amount of salt to be dissolved and calculate the hardness of water in ppm. Yes. So what salt is given dissolved in water? Magnesium sulfate. So how much grams will be given? 6 into 10 to the power of 3 grams will be given. And you can calculate the weight of gram molecular weight of magnesium SO4. Magnesium 12, sulfur 32, oxygen 64. On oxygen 16, total we have 4 oxygens. So 4 into 16, 64. Total you can get 120. 120 grams of magnesium SO4. It is yes, magnesium sulfate is equal to 100 grams of calcium carbonate will be there. Then 12 grams of magnesium sulfate, but you can tell him 10 grams of calcium carbonate. So hardness of water we having 10 ppm of calcium carbonate like that. It's not required for CBSE ma'am. The writing entrance exam for them it was useful. You can check it later. Next one is disadvantage of hot water. So what is the disadvantage? So hot water when you can use it in the boilers, Nothing but you can see in home we are using heaters or geysers is there, the boiling water, boilers. The formation of seals, the boiler. This eats away of the metal layers of the boiler and also causes wastage of heat energy also. So heat energy will be reduced and it will form some layers, rust, salt layers will be formed. You can check it in you can see the way you can store some days in salt water. What will happen? So you can get some layers that you can say seals in the boilers. Even you can check it in many areas nowadays we are having salt water only, not normal water, not the hard water only we have. You know what is the disadvantage of hard water also. You can get seals in the boiler and causes wastage of heat energy. When you use it in laundries also, the wastage of soap. So you can use more soap because it does not give any leather. Yeah. Now listen here. Hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is an important chemical used in the pollution control treatment of domestic and industrial efficients. It can be prepared by the following methods. Okay, na? Hydrogen peroxide. Already you people know very well. So when it can happen any small injury, so the cleaning with hydrogen peroxide. So it can be prepared how the method will be there. Acidifying barium peroxide and removing excess of water by evaporation under reduced pressure gives hydrogen peroxide. Okay, na? Acidified barium peroxide, nothing but barium peroxide. Look at here, BaO2, that is barium peroxide. Reacting with acid, we can get barium sulfate plus hydrogen peroxide plus water. Yes. You know oxides, how they classified oxides, peroxides, superoxides. So if they given peroxides, they given sorry peroxides like H2O2. Peroxide condition, oxidation state is they given. Peroxide condition, oxidation state -1. Oxidation state is -1. Superoxide condition -1/2. Oxide condition -2. So oxides we have variable oxidation states -2, -1, -1. -1 is the given in peroxide condition. So BaO2 condition, you can check it. You can calculate the oxidation. What is the oxidation state? -1. So barium peroxide, you can use trains of sulfuric acid acidic medium. You can get barium sulfate plus water plus hydrogen peroxide. One more method. Per oxidizsulfate. Peroxodisulfate. Sorry. Peroxodisulfate obtained by electrolytic oxidation of acidified sulfate solution at a high current density on a hydrolysis yield hydrogen peroxide can get. Okay na? Peroxodisulfate HSO4 minus by electrolytic process condition you can do what you can get a sulfate solution, acidified sulfate solution again at a high current density on a hydrolysis you can get hydrogen peroxide. This method is now used for the laboratory preparation of D2O2 also, nothing but deuterium hydroxide, hydrogen peroxide type deuterium peroxide also. So K2S2O8 plus D2O, you can get KDSO4 plus D2O2. Industrially, it was prepared by the auto oxidation of 2-alkali anthraquinones. 2-ethyl anthraquinol. You can add oxygen, you get H2O2. Oxidation and again reduction. This is the auto oxidation. In this case, 1% of H2O2 is formed. So it is extracted with water and concentrated to 30% by mass. By distillation under reduced pressure, it can be further concentrated to 85% by the careful distillation under low pressure. The remaining water can be frozen out to obtain pure H2O2. So you can get how to can prepare the given. In this case, 1% of H2O2 is formed. It is extracted with water. Only 1% of H2O2 can get. Next one is by distillation under reduced pressure. Under high pressure, it can be further concentrated to 85% by carefully distillation under low pressure. Yes, you can get more amount also. What is physical properties? The pure state of H2O2 is almost colorless, very pale blue color. Its important physical properties are given in the table 9.4. H2O2 is miscible with water and in all proportion and forms hydrated water also given. Yes. 30% solution of H2O2 is marketed as a 100 volume. You can see the you can get bottles also, hydrogen peroxide bottles. So the given quantity like 30% volume like that they will provide. Okay na? It means 1 milliliter of 30% H2O2 solution will give 100 ml of oxygenated STP. Commercially marketed sample is given 10 volume, which means the sample contains only 3% of H2O2 like that. So they will provide volume, 10 volume, 20 volume, 30 volume like that they provide. 100 volume nothing but 1 milliliter of 30% H2O2 will be there. Same type, commercially marketed sample is given 10 volume, which means that the sample contains only 3% H2O2. Remaining amount will be water will be there. One question is given. Calculate the strength of 10 volume solution of hydrogen peroxide. What is the meaning? So 10 volume solution of H2O2 means that 1 liter of H2O2 solution will give 10 liter of oxygen at STP. They all understood? So 1 liter of this H2O2 solution will give 10 liter of oxygen. So they given H2O2 decomposition. What you can get? O2 plus H2. So here 68 grams of H2O2 will give 22.7 liters of oxygen is given. On the basis of the above equation, so 22.7 liters of oxygen is produced from 68 grams of H2O2 at STP. 10 liter of oxygen at STP condition, how much you can get? Okay, understood? So 22.4 liters condition we are getting 68 grams of H2O2 will be there. Okay, then they given 10 liter condition. So how much H2O2 can get? Just you can do crisscross. 10 into 68 by 22.7. You can get around 30 grams of H2O2. That only they give a meaning. Okay, na? Yes. I will give more explanation, ma. Don't worry about structure of H2O2. You can check it. Hydrogen peroxide has non-planar structure. The molecular dimensionals in the gaseous phase and solid phase also given. You can say open book structure. You can say open book structure will be there. So they given what is the bond angle and that all given. Bond angle also given. 1.5 degrees is given, and we can check it the what is the shape also. Then first one is gaseous phase, next one is solid phase. Difference only bond angle will be differ. Gaseous phase condition can having 0.5 degrees will be there. Solid phase condition 90.2 degrees only their bond angle. Okay, na? This is open book structure. Just you can open the book. This type. I will try here. You can check it. This type will be there. This is book also. So we have oxygen will be there. Remaining we have hydrogen. That's all. Okay, just to book open, you can check it. You can understand easily. Okay, na? Yes. You can represent it easily. Next one is chemical properties. Listen, it acts as an oxidizing as well as a reducing agent in both acidic and alkaline medium. So hydrogen peroxide acts as a oxidizing as well as reducing agent in both acidic and alkaline medium also. There are some reactions also. Oxidizing action in acidic medium. What is that? The given. Even reducing action in acidic medium also given. Oxidizing action in basic medium and reducing action in basic medium also given. What ma? Student? Yes. So they given clearly. What is the? 1 second. 78 members on join. So it acts as a oxidizing as well as reducing both acidic and basic medium also. So oxidizing action in acidic medium and basic medium, reducing action in acidic medium as well as basic medium also given. That's all. Only we have two methods. One is oxidizing method. Next one is reducing method. Oxidizing method and reducing method. So oxidizing method condition, it acts as a oxidizing as well as reducing agent in both acidic and basic medium. Also nothing but basic medium only. Okay na? Yes. Listen here. What is the examples given? Oxidizing action in acidic medium condition. Fe plus 2 H plus ions in presence of acidic medium and H2O2. So you can get Fe plus 3 plus H2O. Same type. PBS also, lead sulfide reacting with H2O2. So PbSO4 plus H2O can get. Reducing action in basic medium condition, acidic medium. MnO4 minus plus 6H plus 5 water molecules will be there. You can get the reaction. Same time you can check it on also. Oxidizing action in basic medium condition. So Fe plus 2 plus water condition, you can get Fe plus 3 plus OH minus ion. Mn plus 2 plus H2O2 can get Mn plus 4 plus 2 OH minus ion simply given. Reducing action in basic medium condition. Reducing action in basic medium condition. So I2 plus H2O2 plus 2 OH minus ions. You can get 2I minus plus H2O plus O2 can get. Next one is 2 MnO4 minus plus 3 H2O2. It gives 2 MnO2 plus 3 O2. Like you can check the reactions also. You can understand easily. So oxidizing action with acidic medium and basic medium, reducing action with basic medium and acidic medium also given. Storage you can check it. H2O2 is decomposed slowly on exposed to sunlight. So H2O2 you can store as will be reacted with sunlight. You can get H2O plus O2. So in the presence of metal surface or trace of alkalis, the above reaction is catalyzed. So it is therefore stored in wax lined glass, otherwise plastic vessels in dark. Urea can be added as a stabilizer. So it is kept away from the dust. Because of dust can induce explosive decomposes on the compound. So it will be easily decomposed with the help of sunlight. That's why they stored in wax lined glass, otherwise plastic vessels in dark. So urea can be added as a stabilizer. It can kept away from dust because of dust can induce explosive decomposition of the compound. What is the uses? It is widely used, seal used as a lead to tremendous increases in the industrial production and they given the daily life. It is also used in the hair bleach and as a mild disinfectant given and antiseptic also. It is used solid in the market as a perhydral will be there. It is also used in the manufacturing of chemicals like sodium perborate is given and percarbonate also given, which is also used in the high quality detergents also given. It is used in the synthesis of hydroquinone is given, tartaric acid, certain food chemicals also, certain food product is also given, and they are using in the pharmaceuticals also, and it is also used in the bleaching agent and textile industry, paper industry, leather industry, oils and fats, etc. Nowadays, it is also used in the environmental chemistry. For example, in the pollution control, yes, treatment of domestic and industrial efficiency also there is in oxidation of cyanides. Yes, so many uses also we have. Once again, I will explain about hydrogen peroxide and another material. Yes. Listen here. Again, I am taking on first word clearly. Yes. So hydrogen peroxide H2O2. BaO2 is but barium peroxide is added to cold dilute acid and remaining excess of water is removed by operation under reduced pressure gives H2O2. So barium oxide is there. So barium peroxide in presence of dilute acid condition you can get hydrogen peroxide. So water will be evaporated. You can get here only 20 to 30% of hydrogen peroxide only can get. 50% aqueous solution of sulfuric acid on electrolysis you can give per disulfuric acid, that is Marshall acids. Formula is given H2S2O8 for disulfuric acid. Okay now, formula is given H2S2O8. Again on hydrolysis you can get hydrogen peroxide. First you can take sulfuric acid in presence of electrolysis process. You can get per disulfuric acid. Formula is given H2S2O8. That is one more name is Marshall acids. On hydrolysis you can get hydrogen peroxide is given. Next one is K2S2O8 is now used for the laboratory preparation of D2O2, deuterium hydroxide, hydrogen peroxide like deuterium peroxide also. Industrially, H2O2 is prepared by the auto-oxidation of 2-ethyl anthraquinone. 2-ethyl anthraquinone. That is one of the organic compound. In presence of oxidation, you can get hydrogen peroxide. This is auto-oxidation. Again, this will be by reduction you can get same compound. In this process, only 1% of H2O2 is obtained. Next one is concentration of H2O2 solution. How we can calculate? Step 1, 30% of H2O2 is obtained by distillation of 1% H2O2 under reduced pressure. 85% of H2O2 is obtained by carefully distillation under reduced pressure. Okay na? Step 3, pure H2O2 is obtained by removing of remaining water by freezing. Next one, strength of hydrogen peroxide. So strength of hydrogen peroxide is generally expressed in terms of volume strength. 10 volume H2O2 means 1 volume of hydrogen peroxide gives 10 volume of oxygen at NTP. NTP nothing but normal temperature and pressure. Sometimes the concentration of H2O2 in a solution is expressed in terms of percentage. So they given 30%. 100 volume of H2O is called perhydral. One more question important. What is the meaning of perhydral? Nothing but 30% is 100 volume H2O2 we can call perhydral. So they given volume strength weight percentage, molarity, normality also. 10 volume H2O2 meaning containing 3% of H2O2. 22.4 liter condition, yes, 68 will be given. Just like that you can get it. Check it. Volume strength can calculate molarity into 11.2. Otherwise, normality into 5.6 you can take. They given what is the boiling physical properties of hydrogen peroxide, melting point, boiling point, vapor pressure, density, viscosity, dielectric constant, and electrical conductivity. These all points is given in our textbook also. One table is provided clearly. You can check it. So melting point of hydrogen peroxide is given 272, 272.4 kelvins, and they given boiling point also given 423 kelvins is given, and even they given vapor pressure also given, and density also given, and viscosity also given. So those points all you can check it. Next one is hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is miscible with water in all properties and forms hydrated. So hydrogen bonds in H2O2 are more stronger than H2O2. So the hydrogen peroxide having strong hydrogen bond comparing with water. Pure anhydrous H2O2 is colorless. So thick layer of H2O2 is bluish. Okay, na? Ting is given. The small amount, the smell of hydrogen peroxide is resembles that nitric acid. Can similar to nitric acid smell. The freezing point of H2O2 is given minus 0.4 degrees centigrade. H2O2 boils at 85 degrees centigrade under pressure. Okay, na? H2O2 can act as a weak dibasic acid. This is dibasic acid. Anhydrates of H2O2 cannot turn blue litmus to red. Cannot. Not litmus paper is there. Blue litmus and red litmus. Finding acidic and basic. Finding acid and base. They're using litmus paper, sir. We studied in 10th class also. How we can identify the type of litmus paper? Indicators lesson is there, na? Phenolphthalein indicator, methyl orange indicator, litmus paper also there. Blue turns to red, red turns to blue is there. Those things, same thing. So here, blue litmus to red cannot turn blue litmus to red. Then we have chemical properties. H2O2 act as the oxidizing agent and reducing agent in acidic medium as well as alkaline medium also given. So it is also act as a bleaching agent due to the oxidation, oxidizing action in acidic medium, oxidation action in a basic medium they given, and reducing properties also given. Reducing action in a acidic medium, reducing action in basic medium also they given those reactions. Then you can see the structure in gaseous phase condition and solid phase condition. So you can see the storage also. H2O2 is unable to store in, yes, H2O2 is unstable. It will be decomposed slowly in exposure. Okay, na, in light. That's why they stored in under dark. Those things also you checked. Okay, na? Yes. Next thing you can check it. So it is daily life of as a hair bleach, and as an antiseptic it is in solid. Market you can get perhydral. Perhydral meaning is just now I explained. That is 100 volume of H2O2. 30% is 100 volume of H2O2 you can call perhydral. That is solid H2O2. Given. Okay, na? An antiseptic it is solid in the market as perhydral type. It is used in the manufacturing of chemicals like sodium perborate and percarbonate, which are used in high quality detergents also. And it is used in the synthesis of hydroquinone and tartaric acid, certain food products also they given. And it is also used in mild bleaching agent for textile industry, paper plumb, leather industry, oils, fats, etc. Nowadays it is also used in the environmental chemistry also. For example, they given pollution control treatment also they are using this thing. Okay, na? So these are many points. Whether you can write any 3-4 points enough. Okay, na? Any doubts we have about hydrogen peroxide, ma? So what is the preparations, properties, physical under physical properties is there, chemical properties is there, structure and uses, and strength also given. So many points will be there. Just you can write briefly. Okay, na? Two reactions. Any doubt more about hydrogen peroxide? Yes. Next thing, listen. Heavy water. Deuterium oxide is known as heavy water. One part of deuterium oxide is present in 600 parts of ordinary water. It is prepared by exhaustive electrolysis of water containing a little alkali. So finally, 1 ml of heavy water is obtained by the electrolysis of 30 liters of ordinary water. 30 liter normal water can take, you can get only 1 ml of heavy water. Okay, na? Heavy water gives all the reactions of hydrogen peroxide, but these reactions occur slowly. So whatever reactions will be give same thing. Heavy water reacts with metal carbide, give heavy hydrocarbons. Yes, they given. So Al4C3. So metal carbide reacting with heavy water, it can give so heavy hydrocarbons. Some non-metal oxides also react with heavy water, giving deutero acids, deuterocarbons, deutero acids, D2SO4, like H2SO4 type, like same type, D2SO4. CH4 is in methane, like that, CD4, deuteromethane. Instead of H, you can replace D. That's all. That's only difference. Don't confuse about it. So what you are writing, everything will be possible for the D2O, H2O and D2O. Same thing. Next one is the anhydride of deuterosulfuric acid is SO3. So D2O is used as a moderator in nuclear reactors. So it will be used in the nuclear reactors, used as a trace for the study of reaction mechanisms. Then hydrogen fuels also. Hydrogen release large quantities of heat on combustion, hence it is a better fuel than petrol. The again better fuel for the petrol, like that you can check it once again. You can see the another material textbook, you can check it, ma. Listen here. So it is extensively used in a moderator. So in the nuclear reactors will be there, and exchange reaction for the study of reaction mechanism. It can be prepared by the exhaustive electrolysis of water as a product of some fertilizer industries also. So it is physical properties are given. Table 9.3. It is also used for the preparation of other deuterium compounds. Given. So yes, metal carbides reacting with deuterium oxide, and metal oxides also reacting with the deuterium oxide. That all they given. You can check it. Hydrogen as a fuel. Hydrogen is release large quantities of heat on combustion. So dihydrogen is release large quantities of heat on combustion. The data on energy is released by combustion of fuels like dihydrogen. So methane, LPG, you know, liquefied petroleum gas is there, LPG, CNG, compressed natural gas. These all things you study in lower classes. So are compared in terms of the same amount in the table they given. Amounts in the moles, mass, volume, they given show table 9.5. Yes. They given table also. For 1 mole containing how much amount of dihydrogen in gases and on how much amount will be there in a liquid condition and how much will be there in LPG condition, how much will be there in methane gas condition. So all things. So energy will be released on combustion. So per mole. So 1 mole of yes energy is like you can look at here 1 mole per mole condition how much yes dihydrogen how much will be released in liquid and gas and LPG and methane and octane also they given. So nowadays it is also used in the fuel cells for generation of electric power. So it is expected that economically uh, viable is given and safe source of dihydrogen will be identified in the years to come. So coming years they are using dihydrogen only. So it is uses of common source of energy they given. Next you can check it about. So hydrogen as a fuel, you can check it. Hydrogen is released large quantities of heat on combustion. So hence it is better fuel than petrol. The dinitrogen impurities of in H2 can be minimized by injecting the small amount of water in the cylinder. Next one is to lower the temperature also that reactions between N2 and O2 may not take place. A cylinder of compressed H2 waits about 30 minutes as much as tank of petrol containing the same amount of energy. A cylinder of compressed H2 weighs about 30 times much as the tank of petrol. Comparing with the tank of petrol, much higher than this. H2 is converted into liquid state by cooling it is at 200 kelvins only. Thus, would require expensive insulated tanks. Thus, made with alloys like are used in the storage of dihydrogen. So, storage of dihydrogen they are using alloys like what is given? Yes, combination of metals, mixture of metals and alloys. Titanium, magnesium, sodium, nickel is all they given. The basic principle of dihydrogen is economy is the transportation of and storage of energy the form of the liquid or gas dihydrogen. Okay, na? That's all. So lesson will be over. Once again, I will repeat tomorrow class, and I'll go for the MCQ questions. So small lesson, and these two lessons together, only 5 marks only they given weightage. Only less weightage only given. Redox reaction and hydrogen, both lessons weightage is only 5 marks.